Today we are going to start with lesson number 2, health and diseases. Now see, before going through the lesson, we will discuss general things which happens with everyone among us during our daily routine. Now, sometimes we work quite hard and we work more than a limit. Then we suffer from fatigue or there is tiredness. Okay. Now, from overcome to such condition, we take proper rest and again next day we feel better. So see, sometimes there is no need to go to doctor. Sometimes there is extra sickness, extra work. Then again by homemade remedies we adjust ourselves and try to be well at home. But the conditions are not same always. Sometimes we have to consult a doctor for some reason because we can't identify what happened with us. Just we know that we are not feeling well. Now, we are not feeling well means what? Now, inside our body, various physiological processes are going on. Now, you have learned in 7th standard, in previous standard, various systems are working inside our body. This everyone knows. Now, among this system, do you know the name of some systems which are going on or the work of the system which are going on inside our body? Now the systems are digestive system, digestive system, then respiratory system, respiratory system, then thirdly circulatory system, then lastly excretory system. Now see, I kept on the top digestive system and at last I kept the excretory system. Now what is meant by excretion? The removal of waste from body or unwanted things from the body is called as excretion. Now see, for the process of excretion there should be creation of waste first. Alright. Now so that there should be intake of food first. So nutrition should we get first and then thereafter, after the digestion, remaining undigested food is thrown out or carried out by the excretory organ and it removes from the body. Now in this way we have to go by sequence. We can't keep excretory system first. Now if we have to learn it separately, then we can kept it on the separate heading, but we have to go in sequence. Now in such a way all these four systems are working inside our body, and if all these systems are working properly, then with coordination of these systems the work of nervous system is going on. If these are working properly, then there is proper coordination with the work of brain. Alright. Now see, in short, we will take the work of digestive system. Now, digestive system consists of or starts with mouth, then long, soft, tube-like structure is esophagus, then J-shaped bag-like structure is stomach, then small intestine, and then large intestine. These are the organs which are connected in the work of digestive system, and many associated glands are working with the system for the digestion of food at the proper level. Now see, if all these organs are working properly, then the system will work properly. If one of the organ See, esophagus is not working properly, or the function of esophagus is not going on properly, then the remaining organ like stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, which are working step by step, will not work properly. So there is a disturbance of the work of digestive system. Okay. Because of disturbance in a single organ of a system, the whole system will not work properly. Understand? So this way all the systems are made up of different organs, and the organs should coordinated with each other, and so that the work of the nervous system or the excretory or the circulatory or the respiratory system going on or could go on properly. Okay. Now if any of this system or the organ is not doing well, or there is imbalance of something in these physiological processes, then we call that I am not feeling well, and we can't identify it what happened with us, and so we have to consult to a doctor for such conditions, and we have to take proper medicine for it. Okay. And if all these are coordinated with each other and work is going on properly, then we can say we are healthy. Now we will define the health. What is health? Now we will see a simple definition of health. Now we will define health. What is health? The simple definition of health is the state of persons being well and free from diseases, being well and free from illness or diseases is called as health. Now, when there is no disease or there is no illness, there is no sickness, then we can say we are healthy. Now, secondly, again we will define health by different way. The condition of persons body or mind. Body or mind. Now see, the word is mind, means with the work of physiology there should be the connection of mental work, means work of nervous system should also go on properly. Physiology and nervous system when working properly, then we can define that as the person is healthy. Now thirdly, again we will define the health by different way. Health is the condition, health is a condition of person's condition or state of person's well-beingness physically, then mentally and socially. Now see, again third word is added in this definition, means our physiology should be good, then the work of brain should go on properly, means nervous system should work properly, and if both these systems are doing well, then we can our behavior with the society will be good, and all these three conditions are fulfilled, then only the person can be defined as a person is healthy. Alright. Now in this way we can define health by these definitions. So keep in mind all these three words are very important. Now see, opposite to it, the diseases can define what are diseases. Now oppositely, the definition of diseases will be opposite to health. Now the condition of disturbance in physiology and psychology, or physiological processes and psychological processes is called as, or they are the diseases. So in this way the health and disease we have to define. Now there are different reasons for specific disease. Okay. Now we will define the disease just now. Now we will see the types of diseases. Now diseases are divided into two major groups, types of diseases. Now to collect the knowledge of all the diseases scientifically, they are divided into two major groups. First group is according to duration. And second major group is according to reason. Now according to duration means for how many time the disease is going to last. So here two types are again included. First is chronic disease or chronic diseases, and second are acute diseases. Now chronic diseases last for long time. It lasts for long time, and as compared to it, the acute diseases can cure in short period of time. Alright. Now according to reason, again there are again two major types of diseases. Now first is hereditary diseases. First type, in the according to region or reason, hereditary diseases, and second is acquired diseases. Second major type, acquired diseases. Okay. Now see, acquired means it can, a person can suffer from these acquired diseases anytime. Everyone or anyone can suffer by these acquired diseases. Now in the hereditary diseases, we will take the example of Down syndrome. Down's syndrome. Down syndrome. Now what is Down syndrome? Now Down syndrome is the genetic disorder. It is genetic disorder, or such diseases occur due to gene mutation. Now see, nowadays people suffer with diabetes, asthma, then heart diseases, diabetes, asthma and heart diseases, asthma, heart disease, and many of people are suffering from Down syndrome. Down's syndrome also. Now, Down syndrome is genetic disorder, means a proper number of chromosomes are present in human beings. Now, if there is increase in number than the proper, or the 46 chromosome are there in human being, if one chromosome increase or it get less, then such kind of diseases are occurring, and these are transmitted from one generation to other generation. So these diseases are called as genetic diseases or genetic disorder, and these are not going to be cured. Now secondly, in acquired diseases, again divided into two major types, that is infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Now infections means these infections are spread from person to person. Now about these diseases we are familiar. Example is common cold, then flu means fever, okay, then dengue, malaria, then tuberculosis. All these are coming in infectious diseases, because the disease can spread from infected person to a normal person. And in non-infectious diseases we will keep diabetes, then heart disease. Example are diabetes and heart disease. Okay, because these are not spread by staying nearby the infected person or the disease causing person. So these are non-infectious diseases. Now see, you are having list of question in your textbook. Now first question is how these diseases are spread. Now first is hepatitis. Now the cause of or the reason of spread of hepatitis is it's spread by mean of or through the contaminated air, water and food. Now and it affect generally to the liver, means digestive system of a person. Now in short we will take all the diseases, because we have to take again some of the diseases in the list in detail. Malaria. Now it is caused by the mosquito. Now caused by mosquito means the mosquito is infected by the parasite called as plasmodium. Now life cycle of plasmodium is going on inside the mosquito body, and such a mosquito if bite the healthy person, then it will transfer or it can transfer from infected person to the normal person. Now scabies is a skin disease. It is skin disease. Now it causes by the mites. Now mites burrows in the skin and there is itching of skin, and in this way there is itchy skin and it occur because of the bite of mites. Now about TB or tuberculosis, we are very familiar and we have heard about the diseases. This tuberculosis, now it spread through the coughing and sneezing of the infected person, and the droplets are carried through the air from infected person to the normal or healthy person and it spreads. Again dengue is because of the mosquito bite. Now about dengue we have to again learn later on. Dysentery, it is because of again contaminated water and food. Ringworm. Now ringworm is a fungal disease. The patches like rings are spread on the skin and it spread by skin to skin contact between infected person and normal or healthy person. And about swine flu, we are very familiar, we have heard about the swine flu. It is a viral disease again, and the virus infect the person's respiratory system, and then there is damage of respiratory system, there is difficulty in breathing, okay, there is sore throat, barking voice. These are the symptoms. Now swine flu, then dengue, malaria, we have to again take later on in detail. So this is short explanation about these diseases. What do you mean by pathogen? Now pathogens are the disease causing agent. They may be viruses, bacteria or parasites. Now simple definition of pathogen. These are the microorganism, disease causing microorganism. What do you mean by infectious diseases? Now the infectious diseases are those diseases who carried by or spread due to contaminated air, water and food from person to person, or the carrier may be the vectors. Such bacteria, viruses and parasite could be the vector of spread of infectious diseases. Now this is the simple explanation of all these three questions in your textbook. Now on another hand, there is a chart of infectious diseases in your textbook. Now go through the chart, read the chart properly. There are some diseases among these diseases and there are reason, then disease causing agent, symptom, everything is given. So go through the chart, and some of the infectious diseases we will see next time in detail. So till then, goodbye.